Were you glad almost in a weird way that some of that kind of like, I don't want to call it a breakdown, but some of like that, that real of a moment in your life,
Mhm.
was there a little bit of you that was glad, or were you scared that it happened in such a public way? Does that make any
No,
sense?
no, it makes complete sense. And I was so happy. Like when I came off stage, like when it happened and when it was happening, it was like the lowest moment of my life and it was horrible. But like I made this, I had this moment where I was on stage, like 2, 3 songs in. I was like, this is the last time I'm going to play a gig for a long time. I was like, I need to try and get through the rest of the show. But
Right.
when I come off, I'm done. So when I got off stage, it was obviously again horrible on at the moment on stage and experiencing it all or whatever. But excuse me, I when I got off stage, everyone else around me was a bit like, "Oh, this is the worst thing ever," and I had this weird sort of a weight had been lifted of like, "Oh, now this thing's happened and I have to get help," sort of thing.
Oh,
It wasn't. I had been putting it off because, funnily enough, a few weeks prior to that show in Glastonbury, we were playing in Chicago,
mhm.
and I had a very similar episode. It was probably even worse. The one in Chicago, I couldn't come back on stage and finish the song. I was like backstage convulsing and having like this crazy panic attack, mental like episode. It was really, really bad. Way worse than what happened to Glastonbury. But because Glastonbury is such a, like you say, like a big stage and a big moment, it was the first time people outside of maybe, my shows or whatever had seen it. So yeah, at Glastonbury, when I came off stage, it was weird. I had this, that everything's all right now and I can actually go and get help and
Ah.
fix myself for the next 2 years. And it was, yeah, in a weird way, it's probably the best thing that ever happened to me, that moment at Glastonbury in 2023, because it was just, I wouldn't have stopped otherwise.